Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Erongo Talk, our community, your news. My name is Leandrea Louw, and I'll be your host for today. Now, today we join you from the Dockside Seafood Grill here at the Warfish Bay waterfront. As usual, I'm going to bring you the latest news, the weather and tides. And for our interview today, it's with Anne Magson, a 14-year-old who bagged 25 gold medals as well as numerous international and national titles in the Talent Africa competition. It's a lekker fun interview, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this. Now it's time for your news, brought to you from Dockside Seafood Grill, #support local. So, 180 fishermen who were retrenched by NAMSOF have been re-employed by the fishing industry. Now, this was confirmed by Daniel Mbili, president of the Namibia Fishing Industries and the Fishermen Workers Union. Now, Mbili said that NAMSOF had 5 vessels in the past, and when the situation started deteriorating at the company, it sold 2 of its vessels. Now, each vessel had about 70 permanent employees, and additionally, about 400 to 500 casual workers were also employed on the vessels. Now, this includes those who were once off casuals, while each vessel had more than 50 registered casuals who would step in when permanent employees were on leave. Now, according to Mbili, only some of the retrenched fishermen returned to work after the Minister of Fisheries, Dr. Albert Kavana, availed a quota to facilitate their reinstatement. Now, we cannot accommodate everyone, Mbili said. Tunacor agreed with the ministry that they will employ 180 persons. This number is unfortunately full. We cannot take more. The quota that was given allows only for 180 people to be accommodated. Now, Mbili said that the first part of this process is complete. The re-employment of the fishermen benefited or is going to benefit three groups, including members of the retrenched fishermen from NAMSOF, the striking fishermen, and other fishermen who lost their jobs for other reasons. He said that the Ministry of Fisheries and the Office of the Governor are looking into how they can accommodate fishermen from the final 2 groups into the job market. Now, the 180 workers already employed are receiving the salary even while they're at home, and this will be the case until they are called into work, Mbili said. Now, in August 2020, the governor of the Erongo region, Neville Andre, confirmed that NAMSOF fishermen have been absorbed by the Tunacor Fishing Company. But you can definitely read more on the story on our website at www.erongo.com.na. Now, in other news, a leopard attacked 3 men near Spitskoppe on Monday afternoon. Now, according to Detective Chief Inspector Daniel Gurirap, a 40-year-old shepherd was tending to goats in the field when he was viciously attacked by a leopard. Now, he was attacked around 5 o'clock and he was bitten on his left arm while trying to rescue a goat from the leopard's jaws. Now, he managed to call 2 of his friends who were at home. When they arrived at scene, they were also attacked by the leopard. Now, according to the spokesperson of the Ministry of Environment, Forestry and Tourism, Romeo Muyunda, officials attended to the matter on Tuesday. Now, the ministry sent staff members to investigate the incident. Now, the staff members are tracking the leopard and thus far have established that the leopard has 2 cubs. Now, the ministry is considering capturing and translocating the leopards to an area where they are less likely to cause problems. The 3 men are doing well. You can read more on this story. So, in another incident, 3 garages caught fire at about 3 o'clock in Warfish Bay on Tuesday morning. Now, according to Gurirap, the 3 garages are situated behind the house but are not connected to the home. Now, the garages caught fire and the 3 vehicles inside were completely gutted. According to the homeowner, he heard a noise from the garages. He decided to peep through the kitchen window as he thought someone was trying to break in, but he could not see any movement. The owner decided to investigate. Upon opening the one garage door, he saw that the fire had already spread to all 3 garages, including engulfing the 3 vehicles that were parked inside. Now, the fire brigade was summoned and they extinguished the blaze. There were no injuries and the cause of the fire are not yet known. Additionally, the Erongo police are investigating a case of murder as well as concealment of birth after a full-term baby boy was found abandoned at the dump site in Mondesa, Swakopmund. According to Detective Chief Inspector Daniel Kurirap, the gruesome discovery was made a Tuesday morning at around 11 o'clock. Now, a member of the public who was searching through rubbish discovered the body of a baby boy with sellotape covering his mouth and wrapped in a plastic bag. Now, the person who made the discovery immediately alerted the police. Now, the baby boy, who was full-term, was certified dead at the Swakopmund State Hospital, and no suspect has been identified at this stage, said Kurirap. While the investigations are continuing, the police are appealing to anyone who has information regarding the incident to contact Detective Chief Inspector Kurirap at 081 233 3745, Detective Chief Inspector Shangula at 081 667 6820, or the nearest police station. Now, this information will be treated with the utmost confidentiality. And then finally, a learner of Namib High School in Swakopmund tested positive for COVID-19 on Monday. Now, this was confirmed by Principal Rosemary September, who said that the school was informed on Monday that a grade 11 learner had tested positive for the virus. Now, social media was abuzz on Tuesday afternoon with rumors stating that the learner's parents sent the child to school knowing that the learner was positive. Now, Ms. September said, unfortunately, people who have no interest in the school has taken this issue completely out of context. Now, she said that after consultation with the Ministry of Health and the Directorate of Education, we were informed that there is no need for the school or the hostel to close down. The 2 halls where the grade 11s are writing their exams was disinfected on Tuesday afternoon. Now, she explained that the school operates in a bubble system. Now, this means grades are kept separate so the learners may continue with classes and examination. As a precautionary measure, the Health Ministry has requested that all the grade 11 learners be tested. However, she stressed that learners will only be tested with the parents' consent. She reiterated that learners must be kept home if a member from their household tests positive or if the learner is a primary contact of a positive person. Parents need to inform the school when a parent, child, or the household has been exposed to COVID-19 so that we can make the necessary arrangements at school. This is part of their standard operating procedures. Now, all parties are urged to remain calm and continue practicing the necessary COVID-19 safety protocols. So, in another what you need to check out as well is that the President is going to address the nation at 3 o'clock today. So this will be live streamed from Windhoek, and you can find it on any of our platforms, of the Namibia Media Holdings platforms. So any rumors that you are currently hearing now is not true. Let's wait and hear what the President has to say. Please remember, there's a question popping up. Answer the question and you can win your share of $1,000 in accommodation vouchers. So that's your news for today. Okay, now with me here is Anne Magson, 14 years old, and she has been making names across the performing arts industry. Now she's a singer, she's a dancer, she's a model. What else did I leave out? Actress. Actress. How are you today, Leanne?
I'm doing good. I'm doing great, yes.
As you can see here in the background, she recently competed in the Talent Africa competition. Yes. And you've scooped gold medals, 25 gold medals.
25 gold medals.
Silver medals, titles, it's about everything. You almost scooped up everything. So, Leanne, just please tell us about the titles that you've won.
Well, like we said, the 25 gold medals, 1 silver medal. I won the Face of Talent Africa, International Face of Talent Africa, the Face of Namibia, the Triple Threat Award. I won Best Choreography for my age group, actually for junior. What else? I I think that's round about it. There could be a couple more I'm forgetting, but yes.
So if you want to read more about the awards, you can check out our story on our website at www.erongo.com.na. So Leanne, please tell us about this competition. I know it was an online competition. It was supposed to take place in South Africa. How did the process work?
So, starting when the lockdown started, my mom and I were actually supposed to fly to Johannesburg, but because of all the corona stuff, we couldn't. Yes. So they decided they would do it online. So what that meant is that they would ask us to film videos. So you had to find somewhere to film it. You would film your performances, and you would send it to them, and then they would judge it. Which is definitely a lot harder because now they have thousands of videos coming in, and they have to judge all of them. They have to make sure they've seen all of them, and it's definitely stressful. But luckily, they gave us a long amount of time that we could make sure everything was perfect. And thanks so much to everyone who helped me to really perfect everything. Yeah.
So, and I know you had to make about 15 videos.
Yes, quite a lot of videos. Most of them were modeling, a lot of acting. Luckily, there were only 2 dance videos and 2 singing videos. But the modeling was tough. But luckily, the Dome helped us, and my amazing modeling teacher, Auntie Haley, helped me to perfect everything. And awesome. Yes.
Cool. Now, with these titles, you've won International Face of Africa, Face of Namibia. Is there any responsibilities tied to these titles?
Definitely. They've told us that in the future we're going to help a lot with advertising and planning and charities and all this kind of things. And not only having one title, but having 2 different titles, that definitely does put a lot of, not pressure, but yes. I have a lot of responsibility in the whole Talent Africa thing, but I'm absolutely excited and can't wait to start working.
No, we can see that. Yes. We can see that. Yes. So tell me, you've started since kindergarten. You were in the performing arts. Just tell us a bit about your history. Where did it all start for you?
It all started at a kindergarten concert where we were singing and dancing. It's very silly because it's all a bunch of 3-year-olds just singing and dancing. Yes, and my former dance teacher's mother saw me and approached my mother and said, "Have you ever thought about putting her in dancing?" And my mother never thought about any of that. Yes. And as soon as she heard that, she thought, you know what, I'm going to try it out. And I did. And I was surprisingly good at dancing. So we continued that, and eventually we picked up singing, and then we continued. Eventually modeling started. And then the acting was actually pretty recently. I think last year I started with acting, but I've been collecting more talents and things and unleashing things I never knew I could do.
I think that's the awesome part about Leanne. So you're not only limiting yourself to one thing, and you're always exploring, and that's what you also said, that you see it as a challenge, right?
Yes, I do. But it's definitely fun because I love challenging myself. I love feeling that pressure to do good, and when they're about to announce the awards, where am I going to be? How hard did I think that I worked? Do I deserve it? And it makes me feel very achieved and accomplished when I get those medals, and it brings me a lot of joy, and I definitely do enjoy doing it.
No, it's passion,
yes, Yes.
Passion. It's all about passion. Now, Leanne, these magazines, please tell us about these magazines.
So these magazines are some of the magazines, a couple of them that I was put into.
International.
Yes, they're international magazines.
So we can see your photos inside.
Yes. They were put in stores in all around America and all of that stuff. So it's very impressive. It's very impressive, and it's cool because you never think that being such a small person from a small country that nobody knows, that you'd be able to accomplish something like this. So it definitely is amazing that I was able to do this.
Please show us one of your pictures inside.
Sure thing.
Please show us.
Here is one of them, yes.
Ah, lovely.
It's amazing.
Exactly.
That you have your face on something that people just flip through every day. And
exactly.
It's absolutely wonderful.
Now, Leanne, please tell us what's going to be next for you. Is there any competitions lined up or not?
The last competition that I'm planning on doing this year is the NatMe, which is the Namibian...
Talent, something.
Yes, something like that. But yes, we're planning on doing that one. That one's also online, and we want to retake some videos, try to improve on things that we thought were lacking in the last videos. And so we still have a little bit more ahead, but after that, we can enjoy the holidays.
Definitely.
Yes,
Definitely.
and then start again next year. Yes.
And then please tell me about your support system. You have a modeling coach, you have a dance coach.
Yes. So my modeling teacher, she's an absolute angel. She helps me with everything. She tries her best with everything. Same with my dance teacher. She really helps. She lets us use her studios for things when we need them. And a lot of them, they're the sweetest people ever. And I couldn't have done most of the things I've done now without them.
Oh, awesome. So do you have an acting coach or?
My mother was my acting coach. Yes, she helped me with singing and acting, and she pushed me a lot, and we fought a lot. But she's the reason I'm here, and she's the reason I do what I do. And,
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then I'm speaking about your mother. You recently lost her.
Yes.
It was during the competition while you were waiting for the results.
Yes.
Just please tell us about what went through your mind. You were waiting for the results. What kept motivating you?
Well, of course, it was devastating. I did need to take a couple weeks off, but after that, I realized that if it was up to her, she would want me to continue.
Yes.
If it was up to her, she wouldn't want me to stop. And that's why I'm never going to stop, because this is what makes her proud of me. This is what makes her happy. This is what makes me happy. I enjoy doing it, and I'm just going to keep going and make her proud.
Definitely. Yes. And then I know you dedicated all of your awards to her as well.
Yes, I did, because she's the reason I do what I do. She's the reason I'm able to do all of this. She's put hours and tons of money into what I do, and honestly, it's amazing.
Yes, definitely. I totally understand. Then just please tell us, do you have a message outside there for our youth finding themselves in Swakopmund? And I know you've been all over the country, you've been outside of the country, and a lot of the people just have that mindset of like, I'm from Swakopmund, I won't be able to accomplish whatever. Yeah. What is your message to them?
It doesn't matter who you are, because if you work hard and you know what you want and you strive for that, you will be able to accomplish it. It doesn't matter where you're from, because that kind of stuff doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter your race. It doesn't matter if you have disabilities.
If you have the passion, do it.
Yes, do it. Just if you want to do it, and nobody can tell you otherwise, because you're the only one who can make that decision for yourself.
Exactly. And then finally, Leanne, how are you juggling school in the COVID-19 pandemic and all of these competitions and with the new responsibilities?
I'm very lucky that my school is very understanding about it. So if I do have a competition, they will let me off, and then I can come back, I can do tests, I can do homework, whatever I missed. But it is a lot of time management.
Yes.
You really do need to know when you have to do your homework, and when you have time to just be a child, when you have to do your competition stuff. And so it is very strategic, and I just take it day by day, because I don't have a routine. It's just, oh, I have homework now, I have to do my homework. Oh, I have dance class, I have to do my dance class. But it is a lot of juggling and knowing when to do what and which one's more important. But I manage it, yes.
Okay, there you hear it, guys. Right here on Erongo Talk, it's with Anne Magson. She is a triple threat. Triple threat. No, I got it right this time. So thank you so much for joining us today, Leanne. Anything else more from your side?
I hope everyone's doing well. I hope everyone's healthy. I hope everyone stays happy, and God bless you all.
Cool, there you have it. Thank you so much, Leanne.
Thank you.
So we are bringing you the weather and tides. That's me and Frikkie here next to me. So kicking off with the tides, we had high tide this morning at 3:10, low tide at 9:10. High tide will be at 3:30 and low tide will be at 10:25 tonight. Now for your temperatures, Walfish Bay sunrise was this morning at 7:04. Sunset will be at 7:03 this evening. Now this is more or less the times for sunrise and sunset. So the maximum temperature for today in Walfish Bay is 18 degrees Celsius with a westerly wind, a minimum of 12 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 17 degrees Celsius for tomorrow. For Swakopmund, maximum temperature of 16 degrees Celsius with a westerly wind, a minimum of 12 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 17 degrees Celsius for tomorrow. Antis Bay, maximum temperature for today will be 17 degrees Celsius with a southwesterly wind. For tomorrow, a minimum of 12 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 17 degrees Celsius. Moving inland, Aranda's maximum temperature for today will be 28 degrees Celsius with a west-northwesterly wind. And for tomorrow, a minimum of 12 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 29 degrees Celsius. For Usakos, maximum temperature for today will be 35 degrees Celsius with a northwesterly wind, For tomorrow, a minimum of 13 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 36 degrees Celsius. For Karibab, maximum temperature for today, 34 degrees Celsius with a northwesterly wind, a minimum of 14 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 35 degrees Celsius for tomorrow. Omaruru, maximum temperature for today is 34 degrees Celsius with northwesterly wind and a minimum of 14 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 36 degrees Celsius. That's your weather and tides brought to you from the Walvis Bay waterfront. Unfortunately, that brings us to the end of today's episode of Erongo Talk, but you can check out our stories at our website www.erongo.com.na. That's www.erongo.com.na. Please follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, or if you want to just say hello or whatever, drop us a WhatsApp at 0811 7040, 0811 7040. So please remember to keep safe, wash your hands, sanitize your hands, wear your mask, and practice social distancing at all times. Tomorrow is Friday, so Adolf Kauri is going to join you from Swakopmund. So it's 12 o'clock right here, same place, same time. So we'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.